All right, so what's up, guys? It's your boy Kvngremy here with another informative video. And today I just want to give people a little breakdown of some of the areas that I feel are very important in the First Descendants when it comes to your characters, not just loading in and playing to your level 40. So we're going to start with the first. The first I'm going to give you guys, which I feel is the most important, we're going to start with the enhancement materials. So crystallization catalysts are the main thing to this game as far as gaining power, because once you reach level 40, you use one of these catalysts to show you. I'll show you here. You reach level 40, you come down to Descendant module, and you find one of the sockets on your character that's white with like 16, 18, or 16, 15, 17, and you come to assign module socket type. And as you can see, I've assigned different module types of sockets. When you assign these module sockets, it halves whatever the module on there is, so you can max it out, which gives you more DPS, more HP, more shield or whatever by maxing out the module. So you want to catalyze the characters. You want to do the crystallization catalyst. You want to each one. So if I was to say this area, I wanted to add an X. I hit apply socket type, and it's going to put an X right there. So then I can start to add any modules with X, with Xanic modules that are maxed out. Let me give you a better breakdown, show you a module. So as you can see, like, say if I tried to, well, I don't have the space to do it, but I don't have any Xanic on her. Let's see. Let's go to that. Okay, yeah. See, I could take this. Well, it don't go in that slot, but I could take that and swap that out, and you see that it's just 5. It halved. Exit without 7. Yeah, so you see it just halves. So that's catalyst. You want to do that for every box, and each time you do that, your character is stronger. You build more defense, you get more hit points, you get more everything each time you do that. Each time you level up, you get more magic points and all of that. You get more every time you level up. I don't know if it increases your firearm attack and all that, but I know it increases your skill power, I think. Yeah, skill power, defense, shield, and all. You'll see the first couple times what it increases. It'll show you what it increases every time. So that's catalyst. The next that I want to show you guys is enhancement materials, energy activators. I want to show you guys. The next I want to show you guys are energy activators. These are the second most essential to anything on her that you do, because it takes an average item. Let's see, I got something that may not. A lot of my stuff is already energy activated, but let's just see, just for shoots and giggles. I don't think this is energy activated. Yeah, bam. So you can see right now my module capacity is just 50. So I'll pretty much fill that up fast. But when you come down here and you max capacity up, it takes it from 50 to 80. That's how you get the 80 sockets on the weapons, by adding an energy activator. Now, each one of those materials, they require you to have they require some resources to craft them. Like the catalyst, you need 8 of these little murky mixed residues. You need the advanced neural circuits, and you need the micromolecule biogel. You need those, and then you need low carbon activators, heat plasma batteries. You need all of this stuff to craft those. And the reason why I stress that these two are the most important is because the time that it takes to craft them. It takes 6 hours and 22, 23 minutes, maybe. I don't know if it's just because of the increase of my world or whatever it is. I get like a 15% increase or whatever. But it's like 23 hours on these, and it's like 6 hours on these, no matter what, every time you craft one. So if you're trying to level your character up, and say you only got like 2 or 3 of them in your vault, you leveling the character in a gun, you could put you're only going to get to use one or two, and then it's another 6 hours before you do that. So if, like you see right now, I don't have nothing in here crafting but those. No matter what I do, when I take those two from there, I start crafting two more every time. I never, when I see that when I'm getting ready to craft one and I take the last of one of those resources, I start going for those again immediately. I start going right back for those immediately. So these are how you gain access to get stronger with your character. The next I want to break down for you guys is this little area over here, for just like leveling up. We'll start right here with the auxiliary workbench because this is new. So the auxiliary workbench is what increases the stats on your modules, your reactors, or whatever. It increases the stats. So we'll click in here. Like, say I just click on a module. I got a blue, and I got it for, I kept it for MP out of recovery. We'll do one better. Here we go. Max MP recovery. Well, MP recovery. So you get these materials, energy control core materials, from running maps and stuff like that. You get a bunch of this stuff, and it's like 2,000 to level it up. So you see, boom. I think the highest that it gets like 5,000 or 25,000 for one of these pieces or whatever. But as you can see, it takes the roll up higher on your external components, and once it's maxed out, it disappears from here. So it's no longer, you no longer boosted. Your reactor is the same way. You can't boost the well, yes you can. Yes you can. I take that back. You can boost the reactor options as well. You get critical hit damage, toxic skill boost. It works the same way. And then we'll come up here to reactor enhancement. It's the same way as the last one. The gold at the bottom, the stats at the bottom, the options, you can enhance those with the materials that you have. And like I said, you get those from dismantling reactors and breaking down components. You get these materials and stuff. So you can get your reactors, the options maxed out as well. And then finally, you enhance the reactor. And this is something else that takes your damage up. Like, we go in here, you see it take like 120 of these dimension analyzers, and we'll go back to those too. That's another important item too, because it's to get your power. But you need the regular purple ones to begin with. Yeah, the precise ion accelerators to begin with. Start leveling, and then it'll go from those to those. And I think 140 is what completes it. So that's the auxiliary workbench, and that's your components and your side stuff. We'll come over here to your weapon level transmissions. A lot of people don't understand this. Like, I was playing with my homegirl, so I'm she's what encouraged me to get to making these videos. So she was like, she's got a bunch of guns that it gotta be advanced to level 100. And I was like, oh, okay, it's simple. What you would do is, I'm gonna get a gun. Well, I think I probably have one equipped. I'm just not gonna use it. I don't. So you just all you want to do is just play a mission and get a purple level 100. When you get a purple level 100, just save it. But let me take this off because it won't let you use one that's favorite. And you go to weapon level transmission. So I can take that level 1 weapon and I can do it. And you see that 100 weapon popped up. And if I do this, it takes the DPS from 179 to 133,000, because if you see the weapon info, it takes it from level 1 to level 100. This is how you get the level 100 on the guns that it tells you have to get the gun to level 100. You don't level the gun up with just, okay, I got a level 46 gun now and I'm gonna take it to level 46. Oh, I got a 56. Let me take it to 56 now. You don't do it like that. You just go play 100 mission, get these 100 weapons, transfuse it into there. So that's how you transfuse your weapon. Let me go back and favorite that because I don't want to delete that. All right, so then we'll go to weapon readjust. So to readjust, we're going here to readjust your options. You have the option to just roll through for one of these fine adjustment control axes. And by the way, these are so easy to get down. You can farm the resource missions, and they drop per intervals or intervals, whatever they want to call them. Um, every reward interval, it gives you one, like 5, 10, 15, or whatever it is, multiples of fives of these. So in my opinion, what I would do is whatever you're going for first, I would stay on one until you get, like, say, firearm attack, gold. Then I would lock that one, because then it's 2. Then when you get another one, I would lock at it's 5, and anything else after that is 20. Yeah, it don't matter. It's 20. So it goes up. So I would just go with one to try to give me a good roll. Maybe you get 2 golds. You get 2 of the nice golds that you got. You know what I'm saying? If you get a couple hundred of them, you get a nice roll on those to get what you got. Then start locking them to try to get more towards the build that you want. And finally, on this workbench, the weapon workbench, to enhance a weapon, I got one to show you. So you want to take a lot of weapons are going to be good just using them, or they may be bad to you. You might be like, oh man, it don't really do nothing. You don't really see the benefits of the guns for real. They did add some where you get more stacks in the early stages of the gun so that you can get like a glimpse of what the gun has, and you lose those stacks as you enhance it because it becomes more powerful, and it gets more to what they kind of designed the gun to be. So when you enhance and you want to craft multiple copies, you want to see all 4 of these boxes. So it means I done infused 4 of these guns into one. So you want to infuse 4 into one, and this is what happens when you infuse one. You see, well, my current stage don't go up. My current stage of detachment stays the same, but you see my firearm damage goes up like 34,000. Actually, well, it goes up 64,000. uh my firing interval, you see it decreases because I'm getting closer to max stage, and it increased the damage. So I reduce firing intervals. You lose a little bit than what you had. Minimum firing interval 2 seconds. You get more damage. Trigger condition, it would trigger 30 times previously. Now it's only going to trigger 20 times. So no, you get some, but you'll see the better version of the gun once you enhance it. Once you max it out, you'll see the complete version of the gun, and it's a lot better. So that's weapon enhancing, and that's the weapon workbench. So just gave you guys the weapon workbench. So far we've done the auxiliary workbench, we've done the weapon workbench, and now we're coming over here to the core crafting bench. So we'll start with weapon cores. Weapon cores are what give your weapons that extra power. These right here. When you I don't have one to show you guys. Well, yeah, I do have one. So I'm not going to put it on this, but you see this weapon in the cores that it has 2 precisions on it. This has 2 precisions. You can check this out. This has 2 tacticals, so you can get double fire rate on this as well. And it's got 2 free augments, so you can get double attack. You can get double attack, and then you can get, the electric, double attack, electric, fire rate. Because I don't see damage. You could do damage on one, but see, this has firearm attack, so you can get 3 firearm attacks, chill, fire rate. That's beautiful. The other one, let's see what this got. Okay, so you can put double fire attack. As you can see, this is what the weapon cores do. You go through and see what the weapon cores do, and then you put the weapon core on the weapon, and then it allows you to roll the weapons like this. It'll open up these boxes. So, like, say for instance, I wanted to redo. This was empty. You would click on whichever augmentation core you have, and you would just click it, and it would roll. And as you can see, like, this is a free augment, so I can put any in here. I could put a purple upper. I could put a red. Free firearm attack. I could put more crit rate. I could put whatever right here in this spot. So those free ones, you can put any of these in the free ones. So that's the weapon cores. The external components. Now, I just showed you guys previously how to max out the options like MP recovery out of combat and max HP and MP recovery in combat, like all of those. So this is an external component without any of the external components, without any of the boost on there from the augmented cores. These are unaugmented. This is unaugmented, and this is augmented. So this I put defense and shield and recovery and combat and all of that, but I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So the recovery augmentation, again, it goes back to those cores that you'll get these cores from playing throughout the game and everything. So I'm trying to keep it short and simple. I don't want to go long with the video, but you'll get these cores and you can assign one core. So like I'll assign a core, boom. I can confirm that this is the core I want to assign. Now, you're stuck with that core if you don't have the core particle disruptors. And it's like 10 seconds to make these, but you need the void fragments to make it. The void abyssal metal fragments, you get those for missions. And you can then continuously roll until you get gold. So now this piece has max shield. And as you can see over here, max shield, the highest you can get is 28%. So this is the max roll on the max shield. I can't get no higher. So then you would go down here and you would do the same thing. You would equip one, boom, defense. Start off with defense, and then you would continuously do the same thing. Keep rolling it until again, like boom. Look, I'm getting lucky as heck making this video for you guys. So boom, here we go, right in here. We got 2 golds off the muscle. That's how you do it. And if we go back and look at that piece, now we have 7,000 defense on top of 28% max shield and the HP and everything else. So that's external components. This is something that they added new that you want to do. You want to add these to your modules so that you're able to survive the changes that they made in the game, because they made a lot of the enemies a little bit more aggressive, and especially the new maps. You're gonna need these in the Axion because you die instantly. External component cores. That's what that is. External component cores. And now we're going to go to core crafting. So when you do a bunch of missions and you have all of these low tier craftings like this, tier 2, tier 3, 4, 5, that'll just give you tier 5 of the augment, the cores. So if you see I got tier 10, defense X, that's the highest tier. But you don't want I wouldn't recommend starting out with low tiers. I would recommend just saving them, and once you get some currency, come into the core conversion, the convert and craft cores, and I would just convert. If you see that it's already telling me that I can make 9 X's, 9 10s out of all of these, and to craft them 9, all I do is just craft, and it made what it made. Go down to the next one. I don't have no 10s in here. I got some 10s. It can make some 10s. Craft. It just made my 10s. Come down. I got some more. It can make 6 10s. Craft. Make my 10s. Make my 4s. And just for the sake of this video, I'm not trying to make it any longer. I wouldn't run through all of them. I wouldn't, I'd normally run through all of them and just clear it up so that I have more of the ones that I need to make 10s. But that's all I've been going for is 10s. But this is what you want to do to make the cores with the cores that you got. Now, there is another option. If you look at the top, it says core conversion. So let's go over the core conversion. So say, for instance, I needed precision cores. So I will come over here and do precision cores, and I can select these. It'll turn 55 of these or 54 of these into 18 precision cores. And it's going to cost me 360,000. So you can say, for instance, you don't need those no more because you got a ton and you're doing what you need to do. You can just convert them to what you need them to be. So this is a essential area for leveling up your character and your guns and stuff, your weapons and your components and everything. So this is something else that a lot of people don't know about, and it's the targeted reward system, you know, or whatever they want to call it, the pity system. Some of the guys call it or whatever, you know, in Reddit and things. But you set the items, like say for instance, you going for after a descendant and you see the item, you hit the acquisition info and you see it gives you the option to set it as a target. Like I could click on this and I could set this as a target. And when I set it as a target, it pops up down here. You can only do 4. Now you can target resources to where you track them. Excuse me. You can target resources to where you track them, or any item to where you track it over here. So as you grab it, it'll show a little star up that pops up in the corner of your screen, and it'll show you that you grabbed this item. Or if you was trying to obtain an item, it'll show you that you obtained this. Other than that, it'll just pop up and disappear quick. The targeted reward list is this percentage builds. When this percentage gets 100%, it rewards you this blueprint regardless. So that's something that a lot of people don't know about when it comes to farming. So you would go into the mode that drops these pieces. Like say for instance, you see where this comes from. It comes from the void vessel. So you would run the void vessel, and that percentage would build as you play the void vessel. And once it hits 100%, it will give you the blueprint that you have targeted. And that's how you can get all the multiple pieces instead of just playing, because 9 times out of 10, I won't lie to you, you're going to get a resource box. It's going to give you a resource box almost all the time on one of these. So this targeted system is great because you know you randomly, it's 2-3% that you get one of the other blueprints and stuff, you know, and the chances increase in some of them like 13 to 9 and stuff like that. But you use the targeted reward system to get the items that you need, and that's how you do that. So you know, I'm not gonna ramble too much about it. I just feel like that this was the most important, and if you guys got to the end of this video, then I know that it's something you can build on and you can get more out of the First Descendants when you're gaming. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope y'all found it useful. If you did, please subscribe, share, comment, whatever. It's your boy Kvngremy. I'm out.